Hello, ABC members and chapter staff. We are excited to bring to you a CEO panel discussion on Construction Safety Week. Without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Mike, our 2025 chair.
Thank you, Joe. It's my pleasure to be with all of you here today. My name is Mike Hoodke. I'm the chairman and CEO of Hensel Phelps and your 2025 chair of Construction Safety Week. And I think what's really important about this committee, it's made up of 6 firms that really drive the outcome for Construction Safety Week. But what's important is that we have the CEOs of 6 of the top leading construction firms in the industry that are part of the committee and part of driving the output. So I'm excited to share with all of you today what we came up with for 2025.
Adam Jelen, President and CEO of Gilbane Building Company and co-chair for 2025. It's a great honor to be with you. I have a deep passion for health and safety and look forward to the discussion today.
Well, we have a lot of exciting information to share with you, so let's jump right in. I'm going to cover the history and some of the facts about Construction Safety Week and what it is to make sure everyone's on the same page and understands what we're talking about. So before I jump into what Construction Safety Week is, let me just share some facts with you. Now, all of us in the industry have been working hard to drive down incident rates, to make our industry safer, and to prevent workplace hazards on our job sites to protect our employees. And yet, despite all of that work and the advancement in safety, 1 in 5 U.S. workplace deaths occur in construction. And in 2023, we saw the highest number of workplace deaths since 2011. And the fatal injury rate in construction hasn't improved for over a decade. And that's despite all of the work that we've done. So we are still on this journey. We still have a lot of work to do. And so Construction Safety Week is really about advancing the cause to the next level and driving those numbers and those incident rates down. And so Safety Week is a week-long event. It's a show of force in the industry made up of hundreds of firms to celebrate the men and the women who build our project. It's a chance to refocus everyone on safety and really set ourselves up for a successful year. And a lot of what we do during Safety Week is sharing best practices. And so it's a very dynamic event, and we'll dive into some more of the details. So let me talk a little bit about our mission. Our mission is really about total human health, which is how ABC looks at safety. It's to strengthen everyone's safety culture across the entire spectrum of different sizes and different types of contractors. It's about empowering our people to speak up and to make sure that they feel emboldened to say what's on their mind, especially when something doesn't look right or feel right. And I also think what's important about Construction Safety Week is, and we say this all the time in the planning of the week and the resources that we put together, there are no secrets in safety. And so best practices, everything that any of us have to share is free and open and transparent and available for others to learn from. And so I look at Safety Week as a way for all of us to unite around this one common theme, all work to improve our safety culture. And yes, we're focused on it during the week of Safety Week, but it's really a year-long push to keep more focused and to drive better outcomes on our job sites. And so we've had incredible growth. This is our 11th year. We started in 2014 with over 40 national and global construction firms that came together and said, we have to do something to improve safety on our job sites and improve the well-being of the employees that we have working in the field. And so now in our 11th year, we have over 115 supporters, over 900 companies participating. And last year we reached well over 2.5 million people. And so I look at what Safety Week has done. We are moving the needle and we are saving lives. And so I'm thrilled to keep this momentum going. So this year, Safety Week is the first full week in May, May 5th through the 9th, so mark your calendars. It's important that you plan ahead and you have that on your calendar so that you can make sure that all of your job sites are participating. And I'll jump into the theme here for 2025, and then I'll turn it over to Adam to go a little deeper into the daily topics. So I'm proud to announce that our theme for 2025 is All In Together. And this is a process that we start back in the summertime of last year. So we started working on this in August of 2024, and our committee really comes together and works through what we're seeing, what we're feeling, what we think could really move the needle for the next Construction Safety Week. And we came up with this concept of All In Together. And it's really a continuation of the journey that we've been on to empower the craft on the job site, to make sure that they understand that their voice is as powerful as anyone else's in leadership or in any other position on the project, and that they feel comfortable speaking up if something doesn't look right, if the plan isn't going according to the way it was designed, or if there's a change in condition. And so this concept of empowering the craft professional to engage in safety and speak up is part of what drove our theme of All In Together. And so we have 3 key components of our theme: plan, own, commit. And the first piece, the planning piece, is that the whole team plans together. And it's not just leadership who comes up with the plan and hands it to the field and says, here, go execute this. It's really frontline workers, supervision, leadership, all working together to make sure that the plan is comprehensive and we've thought of everything. Then the second part is that everybody on the team owns their part, whether you're a superintendent or you're in supervision or you're a foreman or you're a frontline worker, you own your part in the plan. And then the last piece is to fully commit to executing the plan with precision and excellence. And so we believe that this really sets a strong vision for what we're trying to accomplish in 2025. And hopefully everyone can rally around this concept, this theme, and it helps drive great conversations. And now Adam's going to jump into the daily topics we have planned.
Okay. Go ahead, Adam.
So this overall theme of being all in together and grounded by those 4 pillars of planning, owning, committed is distributed throughout Safety Week, starting out with Monday, plan with precision. It starts with high performing teams always having a strong plan in place, empowering the craft and engaging the craft, detailed evaluation and coordination of the risks, and clear communications. We then take on day 2 or Tuesday, identifying the high hazards. To truly have a safe environment, we need to prioritize and have a deliberate focus on the high energy hazards. We then follow that up on Wednesday by owning your own part. And really, this is all about accountability, knowing and being aware of the potential hazards. Every team member needs to take responsibility for the culture and this culture of accountability. We then on Thursday talk about engaging and empowering team members. And this is all about a culture of trust and respect of the collective team. And what that means is really open communications involving, as Mike stated, the entire team. Everybody plays a part, from the design and the planning to the pre-planning, and then ultimately the execution and following it into the field. Recognizing teammates, collaborating with teammates, development and training where needed, and then ultimately delegating each of your and working and partnering with your teammates. The greatest thing about construction, right, is that, as Mike stated, it's all in. We all count on each other to have a safe job site, and it's really that ultimate team sport. And then we wrap up the week, which I love, with this commitment to excellence. And excellence in construction is all about the total team, right? And so it's a commitment to excellence and delivery with intentionality. If everybody walking in the job site has intentionality and is focused on each other, we can all go home safe and be proud of what we've done together. And so the way we talk about this is every day is game day in construction and the ultimate team sport. So that's our daily topics. It's going to be an incredible week. And so the materials are available at constructionsafetyweek.com. You can scan this on the screen. There's been a ton of work put in this to make sure whether you're a small company, a large company, a medium company, that we can all participate. And as Mike said, this isn't about any one of us. It's about the collective. And so the resources are available. Go on to the next one. And so here's a few ideas, just a few ideas, and there's many. So first is to make sure there's some sort of leader, whether you're a small company or a large company, but have somebody take ownership for the week. And if you have the capability, maybe even appoint a committee. Leverage the resources. That's why they're there. We're a better industry. And as Mike said, it's super risky, but it can be a super safe industry if we rally. And what I'm pumped up about this week is it's really about identifying those high hazards and focusing on those high hazards to really drive a safer industry. Tap into your relationships. And this all-in concept as we go into this next decade here together is about whether it's our A&E partners, whether it's the building officials, whether it's the community. How do you engage and pull everybody into what we're all doing together to make it the coolest, most exciting industry to work into? So this is all obviously also, an opportunity to celebrate and take pride in what we do. And then create a plan around communications and marketing, leverage social media. And why this isn't just about checking boxes, right? It's really to honor one of the greatest workforces on this planet that creates the entire built environment. And lastly, put all this stuff into action, use it, make a difference. And then a few more ideas on the next slide is that, most importantly, the front lines make all the magic happen, right? We all work for the front lines every day. It's everything that happens in the field. So empower the field leaders to take on these topics and really create the culture. Pull in experts, our vendors, our equipment manufacturers, again, designers, engineers on the constructability, the details. Make sure that leadership's engaged, right? It takes all of us. Really, leadership works for the field, works for the people, the boots on the ground. Even do some live interactions, virtual sorts of streamed events. There's ways to pull all this together and to leverage the great energy. Mike talks about all the partners that are involved. And then appreciate, give back, whether that's through lunch, other things that are out there.
Yeah, I think, Adam, one of the best things that I get to do during Safety Week is go around to the job sites and participate in those appreciation lunches, right? Because it's a chance to get up in front of our teams and actually thank them in person and celebrate the work that they're doing. So that's one of my favorite ways to participate, is to be there for those luncheons and make sure that our people feel appreciated. Now I'm going to just want to walk you through some reasons why you may want to support Safety Week in 2025. This slide talks about being a symbol of your commitment, and I completely agree with that. Being a known supporter of Safety Week puts you in a different category, and it's just like participating in ABC STEP program. Once you're part of that group, it says something about your commitment to safety. But the other thing it does is it shows your employees that you're investing in them and that you care enough about them, you care enough about advancing the industry to actually invest and become a member or a supporter of Construction Safety Week. And so I think there's a lot of compelling reasons why you would want to be a supporter. Now, you can participate in Construction Safety Week, whether you're a member or a supporter or not. The website is accessible to anyone. And I encourage everybody to get involved in any way, shape, or form. If you can't be a member or a supporter, then still participate, still take advantage of the resources and the daily topics and the videos that we have available. But if you can be a member, it helps keep this going. Every year we develop new resources, we develop new ways that we can help guide people through Safety Week, put on great events, show their appreciation, And so in order to do that, we do need members and supporters. And so I hope that many of you will decide to become one of those. And, you know, if you are a member or a supporter, you also get special access to additional resources. We are posting resources on the Construction Safety Week website every few weeks. Things like mental health resources, things like event planning guides, and hazardous energy programs, and craft engagement programs. All of those things are on the website, and we post those every few weeks. And so if you're a member and we know who you are, we can email you a link to those new resources as they get posted between now and the first week in May when Construction Safety Week takes place. And so being a member gives you the advantage of seeing those resources and having access to them real time as they get posted. So with that, Adam, why don't you talk about our 3 types of members, or I should say supporters, that we have.
Perfect. So members are prime contractors, trade contractors, design and engineers. Sponsors are industry organizations, owners, clients, suppliers, and service providers, and advocates. Mike, you want to touch a little bit more on the scale of each one of these members and supporters?
Sure. You know, we're trying to get 80 members this year and a dozen sponsors, and then as many advocates as will sign on. The cost for members and sponsors is $7,500, and advocates it's $500. And so we're working hard to reach those numbers. We are a not-for-profit organization, but those numbers help us stay relevant and keep this program going forward. And so we'd love to have as many of you join and be part of that group. And then I think the last thing, Adam, if you want to just hit this, there are, you know, a few differences between the 2 versions of members or sponsors. And then you can see on the screen what that provides you.
Great. Absolutely. And so starting out the top, we want to recognize it doesn't matter what scale, it matters that you're all in, you know, and helping advance the industry. But members, sponsors, and advocates really recognize whether it be a logo or the name and linked to the website. And then for both members and sponsors, there's additional ways to connect to provide value to both your organization and the communities in which you live, work, and play.
Okay. And then Adam, the next slide here, if you would just remind them how to participate one last time, and then I'll wrap things up.
Sounds great, Mike. So you can scan the QR code, but if you go to constructionsafetyweek.com and click on Safety Week 2025, you can find all the materials there. You can download everything and really join us on this journey.
Yeah, and then last thing that I just want to bring up is during that week on May 7th, which is the Wednesday of Construction Safety Week, we are partnered with OSHA, and we are planning to have an entire industry stand down. And we did this last year, it was very successful, and we're trying to break a record to have the largest safety stand down in the history of our industry across the entire country. And so May 7th is a special day, working hand in hand with our partners at OSHA. And so we'll hear more about that in the coming weeks, but that is scheduled right now, and we're working through the details with OSHA. So I'm excited to share that as well. So the last thing I want to do here is just say thank you to ABC for being a signature sponsor. You know, this started with the phone call to Mike Belleman last year, in the middle of last year, and he jumped in with both feet, and ABC has been a tremendous sponsor for Construction Safety Week. You have done such an amazing job publishing our information, publishing articles in Construction Executive, allowing us to present at the convention last week, and just being there side by side with us this entire time to promote this great event. And so I just want to say thank you to Mike, to you and your team, to Joe and all the national staff who have really stepped up your game to be a great partner at Construction Safety Week. And lastly, I just want to share, these are the companies that you will recognize that are already members or sponsors. So you can see it's the who's who in our industry. And I really hope that all of you will participate in some way, shape, or form. And if you have any questions, we'll be giving you some information here at the end of how to reach out with questions and get more information if you so desire. So I hope you'll join us. It's going to be an amazing week and a great celebration. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mike to close us out.
Thank you very much. Mike and Adam, thank you for your leadership on this. Thank you to the entire executive committee of Construction Safety Week. This is something that is really critical to the industry. We've made a lot of progress in this industry, but Mike and Adam, as you've mentioned, unfortunately, not every one of our people go home like they arrived at work. And until we achieve that, we need to continue with our uncompromising commitment to world-class safety. This webinar has been created specifically for ABC members, and we're celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. Right out of the gate, the #1 commitment that we have had is a commitment to world-class safety. And Mike Kuttke, you talked about total human health. It's all about sending people home not only safer, but also healthier, happier, and fulfilled. So we're very proud to be part of this and proud to be a contributing sponsor to this unbelievable week. It is set up to be something that will be memorable, not only for you as members, but also for your employees. And we all know that it takes that leadership commitment at all levels to achieve world-class safety. So we pray that you'll take this seriously. You'll join with us. The only way we can make this happen is if we're all aligned. And our 23,000 members are excited about the week. Mike and Adam, once again, thank you for your leadership. If any of you have any more detailed questions, the website is full of information, but let me give you a couple email addresses if you need a little bit more help. One is info@constructionsafetyweek.com. If you have any questions, just email that. Or you can email our own Joe Xavier at xavier@abc.org. So we look forward to seeing you all the week of the May 5th through 9th, and especially on that historic stand down day, the 7th. So that will be awesome. Thank you.